Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Mystical Kali. This is Philomena, your tarot card reader. And I want to firstly start by saying how grateful I am to start this channel, how grateful I am to get all these readings and to use my psychic abilities to be able to read cards and to help people and to create a space of healing. And I'm so grateful for this. And thank you all very much. So today's reading is going to be about divine messages from the goddess Kali herself. As you can see on your screen, I have put up 3 piles. So please go ahead, intuitively select your pile. Now you can either choose one or you can choose more than one. Okay. This is going to be a very it's not a very pre-planned kind of a thing, right? Nothing specific. So you can also consider this reading to be like messages from your spirit guides and also from the divine goddess herself. All right, so we are going to keep this reading pretty much open and see what messages come through, and we are going to take it at that moment. All right, so go ahead, pick your card, and I will see you at your reading. Group number 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So if this is the card that you have intuitively selected, or if this is the card that got attracted to the most, then this is going to be your reading. So this is the card of Karma of Kali, which is the number 38, which reduces to the number 11. Okay. Now, when you look at this card, you see that there is a hand, which is the goddess's hand herself, and she's holding a flower, and the flower is completely bloomed, right? So this card is basically the card of devotion. Okay. Uh, what I'm really picking up from this card is that, and even if the message of the card is basically about, it talks more about how devoted you are, right, to the divine, how devoted you are to the path that you are set yourself up to. Okay, like if you're somebody who's very dedicated to building a life of finances, of stability, of contentment, fulfillment, happiness, that is what devotion is, correct? Because each and every path leads to divinity. Okay, it doesn't matter what path you choose. So when I'm kind of, the energy that I'm kind of getting from this card is a very, very loving, a very positive, and a very divinely guided energy, right? So I'm also kind of picking up that there is some kind of a blessing that is bestowed upon you, like you are somebody who, it's like, you would have kind of asked the universe for a certain gifts. You would have definitely asked for certain, there is some ask of something, right? Like you would have kind of asked for I'm not sure if it's money related, but I think I'm getting the energy of money, of finances. But there is an energy of stability, there is an energy of wanting peace, there is an energy, there's a very beautiful energy of connection, right? So somewhere I'm kind of picking up that on this energy, it's like there is a blessing, or there is like this energy where it's kind of just recently met, or it's kind of become one, right? So let's say that if you are somebody who's recently learning about your psychic abilities, if you're learning about the goddess, like what goddess can bless you with your spirituality, with your psychic, if you're a clairvoyant or clairaudience or something like that, right? This is also a card which basically talks about spiritual transformation. So there has been a realization about something in your life. Okay, I kind of pick up on that energy. It's like this may not be for everyone. So for whoever is watching it, it may be for a very few people. There is some kind of an new beginning that has opened up. There is some kind of a there is some stagnant energy, or there's some kind of a stagnation that is kind of gone away from your life, right? There is some kind of an energy cleansing that has happened, or something that you have done which is kind of put you back in the moment. Okay, so you're kind of able to do what you want to do. You're able to, you kind of see that your life has opened up, and again the gifts are flowing, right? Energy is flowing into your life. Okay, so this is basically the devotion or the love of devotion. Okay, whatever it is that you're devoted to, whoever you are devoted to, I think that is basically playing a major role in your life right now. So this this card basically talks, it's a very pure energy card, okay? If you look at this card, it basically talks about your relationship with the goddess herself. Now, this can be with God, with the goddess, or whoever it is that you believe in, right? I'm just going to say divinity. So, your connection with the divine is kind of strengthening, it is strong, it's very soft in nature. There is a very direct heart to heart conversations. There is this very direct connection that cannot break very easily. So sometimes when we are on the journey of spirituality, it not only means that you have to get into prayers or meditation. That is all a part of it, but what supersedes all the rituals, what really supersedes everything else, is basically your devotion and the love that comes for that devotion, right? That is what it talks about, okay? So group number one, if you did resonate with what I just said, then this is going to be a reading. So let's go ahead and quickly pick up your tarot and see what messages we have for you today. Alright, so we have the Princess of Cups. Let's see. Kind of picking up somewhere over here. Just gonna pick this. Let's pick up two more. Kind of pick up somewhere over here. Okay, and I'm just gonna pick up one more from this deck. Kind of picking up on this one, the strongest. And let's see, bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords. Alright, so let's see what has come up. We have the Three of Cups. Alright, we have the Devil. And we have the Lovers. Beautiful. So bottom of the deck we had the Nine of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So as I was already saying, right, if you look at this spread, it basically is a very emotional energy, right? There is a very loving or emotionally filled energy. Okay, so you basically are somebody who has recently kind of become very emotional towards something. You have kind of taken the emotional route towards something, right? There is a connection, like listening to your heart. So your heart chakra can be active, very much active at this point of time, okay? So you kind of have, there is a energy where it is like, telling me that you're seeking for some kind of a guidance, some kind of an help. There is some kind of a new thing that you want to start, or you have recently started and you're looking for guidance, okay? So this guidance basically I kind of feel like it's very much related to a decision that you need to make about your personal life. So this can be like a life changing decision, right? That's something that has come in front of you, but you really don't know how to tackle it, and you're just waiting for it to kind of you're just waiting for some kind of a message. Okay, but I could tell you that yeah, this is the current energy that I see right now. So the ask of this time, like what you really need to do is you kind of need to surrender. Okay, you need to trust in your devotion, you need to trust in your faith, and because that is another path that I see that is opened up for you. Okay, and you're kind of walking that, right? So it's just that one, I think one incident or one cycle that needs to hit, and when it does, then you're kind of going to become, immensely very spiritual. So there's a lot of things that are going to open up in your life. Okay, so if you look at this is your base card, this is your base energy. Okay, whoever has selected this pile. So the flower that you see, it is kind of bloomed up, right? To a greater extent, it's fully bloomed. Okay, and the goddess, she's kind of holding it with her hand, right? So something like that, right? Like someone's holding you, and then in case if there is this energy of fear, if there is energy of stagnation, it's asking you to have faith, to trust, and to kind of just open up. Okay, so that's what is kind of happening. That's what I'm kind of seeing for you all over here. I am also kind of picking up on there is something that has recently disturbed you a lot, and this can definitely be or certainly be related to financial matters. So you may have kind of given money to someone, or there is a money energy over here. Okay, there is something related to finances, but I'm going to tell you that the energy over here for the money part is very good. Okay, it's not like a very negative, or it's not like a bad energy. It's a very good energy, but I think what you really need to do is practice patience, because it is coming your way. Okay, but for that there is some kind of a work that you need to do, right? There is some kind of an um, bridge that you need to gap. Okay, that you need to cross. Okay, what I'm also kind of seeing is there is a lot of divine love over here. There is everything that is required, because you yourself have recently either met um, some kind of a god or a goddess energy that I'm picking up for you. Okay, which is a very beautiful energy to be in. There is an obsession as well. So if you have recently found yourself being obsessed towards the goddess herself, or if there is some kind of a ritualistic thing that you have been obsessed with, I would say this is a very good energy to be in, because when you are obsessed towards the divine, when you're obsessed towards divination, right, it is important. I'm not going to say that you should not be, because once you go towards the extreme, that is when something will happen and it will balance your energies out. But taking the path is very important, and I kind of feel like a lot of you people, like a lot of you guys over here would have certainly done that. You have kind of taken that step and you are moving. Okay, but this is one thing that I'm picking up again and again, is that this group is basically very blessed, or you guys are very divinely guided. There is a lot of divine power, there's a lot of divine blessings that has come your way. Okay, so this is one thing that I'm picking up for you. And then again we have the three of cups. So it's like a very happy energy, right? Like this energy is very happy, it's very fulfilled, uh, very emotional kind of a thing, right? And it's, I think, gonna pay you very 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 well in life. Okay, so this is something that I'm picking up for you. Let's go ahead and pick up more cards and see what messages we have. All right, that was in reverse. Let me just go ahead and put this down. Kind of can pick up somewhere over here. Okay, so we have the judgment, which is basically the inner calling. I'm not going to read these cards in reverse. Okay, we're just going to read it upright. All right, and then we have the Nine of Swords again, which is basically anxiety. That's very interesting, because you kind of have Nine of Swords two times. We have the Queen of Wands, which talks about passion. let's just pick up one more. Feel somewhere over here. This can be your card. Five of Cups, we have the disappointment. Let's pick up one more. We have the Six of Swords, which basically is healing. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, which basically is repercussion. Alright. So for my group number one, the time for you right now is basically to listen to your inner calling, because if you see, you have the Judgment over here, and very interestingly we had the Nine of Swords twice already in for this group, right? So if you look at these cards very carefully, you kind of have the anxiety and you have the Nine of Swords. So as I was already saying, right, like there is something in your life that is possibly going away. There is something that there is a very, this is energy which is kind of very worried, right? So you may kind of be worried about something, some kind of an opportunity that is either going away or it's gone, and you know what you're going to do next, some kind of a stagnation energy, okay? But over here, the message for you is to basically listen to your inner calling. Because, see, it makes a lot of sense, right? If you connect the dots, you have the Karma of Kali, which basically talks about the blessings of the divine, right? That the goddess is immensely in love with your devotion, correct? So again, you have to listen to your inner calling, because right now, whatever your inner calling is, that is what is going to guide you. So for now, I think focus is very important. You kind of really need to focus on what your inner voice is telling you to do. That is very important. And I'm going to tell you just one thing, is that please let your worries go away. There is no point in kind of being worried about something or about the future, because you don't really know where it's going to take you, right? You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so don't worry about anything in your life. I would kind of tell you that take the guidance and go ahead and just do what is needed to do. Okay, this is basically should be your current energy, which is the inner calling, which is a very beautiful card. I kind of love it myself. So if you see this lady, she's kind of on a white horse, correct? And she's with the broom and she's kind of riding the horse, right? That is the energy that you need to be in. Okay, because your spirit guides, your the divine, the divination, whatever it is that you want to call it, okay, the god or the goddess, they are kind of calling you to do something. So don't make a judgment whether it's a right or a wrong thing. Just go for it, because this is what is kind of going to change your situation and your circumstances. This is kind of very much related to finances. Again and again, I'm getting this energy of finances. So if that is a question that you have had, then please listen to your inner calling, because that is your guidance. Okay. Currently, what I'm also kind of feeling is that there is possibly a very, very strong message of healing. It's like, you're healing yourself, right? Because you're being connected to the divine a lot right now. Okay. Very emotional energy. I'm not really picking up on a very fiery energy for this group, but definitely a very emotional kind of an energy. Okay. I would like to kind of pick up more cards and see what other messages we have for you, because what I'm kind of getting is like a very mixed kind of an energy, like a very signal, right? It's like you are kind of in the past, like your past has been very disappointed. We're talking about very recent past, maybe 6 months, 7 months down the line, or maybe even a year or two, right? And then it's like you're moving from that, and like someone is calling you, there is some kind of a blessing, and you kind of need to move towards it, okay, which is basically taking you towards a movement. Okay, so movement is really important over here. If you look at the Queen of Wands, it basically talks about passion, which means when you listen to your inner calling, and then if you kind of take up that inner calling very passionately, right, I think it's going to do very beautifully. But so this is basically an energy that you're in, and this is where you need to be. Okay, let's pick up more cards and see what we have here. Actually, you know what, I would like to pick this deck. Just gonna pick these. Let's see. number one, we have the visionary, we have Capricorn, the boss. Okay, let's shuffle some more. We have the North Node of the Moon, new life goal. Okay. Kind of, I'm picking up already somewhere over here. So this kind of should be, I'm just going to pick up these two cards. Bottom of the deck, we are going to see, we have the South Node of the Moon, which is old karma. Okay, alright. Let's see what these other two cards are about. We have the first house, which talks about self and identity, and we have essence and personality. Just gonna keep it here because I don't want the reflection to hit in. Okay, great. So for my group number one, a very beautiful energy, a very moving energy. Okay, right now the message for you over here is to please shift your focus, right? Okay, so this is a very beautiful energy, right, for my group number one. This energy basically is talking about new visions. Okay, so it's like the blessings that you're getting, right, that's coming your way, the inner calling. Okay, this is kind of redirecting your life, it's redirecting your life situation, and it is telling you to go to a path or to a place. It's like kind of giving you a new life. Okay, you're moving into a very new space, but kind of I kind of feel like sometimes that you may kind of doubt it, or you kind of feel like you're not ready for it, but I think that you are ready for it. Okay, you're getting the visions, you're getting the calling, you're getting everything possibly. Okay, and this has kind of got to do more with your spiritual life, because in case if you are a person who's very spiritual in nature or whatever it is, right, so it's like that calling has finally come to you. Okay, so whatever it is that you have kind of been praying for, or whatever that is you have asked from the universe, that is kind of already, it's already done, right, it's already playing its cards and it's already there in your life. So what you kind of really got to focus is on building that new vision. Don't strategize it, don't do anything, just go ahead, take that path and walk it. Okay, this is what I'm going to recommend for this group, for my group number one. And I think this new goal that you have in life, it's kind of going to rebuild your identity, it's going to make you a very different person, a very new person, and you're kind of going to feel very fulfilled, very complete. And I kind of also feel like, in case if you are someone, see, again and again I'm kind of getting this message about finances, about money. Okay, this path, this vision that you have, that you keep getting, this is what is going to take you towards financial freedom. This is what is going to basically get you everything that you need in your life. Okay, see, money is an aspect where we all need till we die. We want to be independent, right? Nobody likes being dependent on anyone else. Okay, so whatever good karmas that you have done, so the bottom of the deck we have the old karma, and you will not believe this, we have chance and opportunity just below old karma, and we have ideas and magnitude, we have the Jupiter, correct? So you see, everything is there, right? The cards are kind of speaking for itself. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you for right now, group number one, is please listen to whatever it is. And I think somewhere you guys would have also started something new. Have faith in it, okay, and let it grow in its own time. There is a journey, there is a process to everything. Do not worry about it, because I can tell you for sure that this is a very divinely guided message, or this is a very divinely guided calling that you have got. Don't doubt it, just trust the process. There is nothing right or wrong in this world. Okay, just remember that it's all a part and a process of learning. So take all the learnings and keep moving ahead, and I think you're going to do beautifully well. And I kind of also feel that there is a lot of financial abundance. If that has been your question, then that is a confirmation for you that yes, there is a lot of financial abundance over here. um, yeah, I think that is what I'm kind of picking up. Okay, so this is a very beautiful energy to be in for my group number one. Alright, so this was your reading. I hope you did enjoy and you liked it. Please go ahead, like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Group number 2, hello and welcome to your reading. So if you chose the second card, or if you did select the card of Kali Kapali, then this is going to be your reading. Okay. Alright, so for my group number 2, when I look at this card, what I kind of see is a lot of fear in this card, okay? I kind of see that this group, they could have possibly been people, or somebody, or people have joined this group, okay? You would have kind of had a childhood which has been very fearful, right? uh, there's a lot of energy of being fearful. There's a lot of energy which basically talks about that, you're living your life in fear, okay? All your life you would have lived in fear. All your life you could have felt like, you're not good enough, or somebody making you feel very bad, or you kind of, feeling bad about something very bitter, right? Something that has really pulled you down in life types. Okay, so the Kali Kapali card basically talks about releasing old karmic patterns, releasing old family issues, traumas, whatever it is. So whenever she comes in the reading, it basically means that you are somebody who is definitely going to move into a very positive light. You are definitely, the goddess herself, she kind of sees what you have been through. Okay, and believe me when I say this, anyone who has done anything wrong to you, anyone who has kind of bitterly hurt you, whatever they have done, it is kind of going to go away very soon. Okay, sometimes what happens is, see, whenever we look at people, right, no matter how what bad things they have done to us, when you choose to look for the good in people, it's not because they are good, it's because the power that you have within you, it's because it is in your nature to see good things in other people. Okay, so the message that I'm kind of getting over here is to trust her energy, is to kind of trust her power, right? It's like, it's kind of this, right? It's like there is some message over here from your childhood, from somewhere from your past. There is this very fearful energy that is kind of coming out, okay, which has kind of come out now. So this negative experience, this negative energy that has taken place in your life, I kind of feel like this energy right now is kind of going to transform into a very positive environment. That is what is kind of going to make your life changeable, right? It's going to change your personality, it's going to change everything about you. Okay, this is the kind of message that I'm getting over here. So whenever you have the Kali Kapali in a reading, it basically talks about this goddess kind of taking away, transforming your negatives into positives. Okay, so for example, let me explain. In life overall, the odds are always against you, no matter what, right? However, like when you go for astrological readings, like you will kind of, a very small example, you will kind of, know people, or you will know certain astrologers who will kind of look at your chart and they'll just throw it away saying that there is nothing over here, right? Because the odds are always against you. But that's not what we do in occult. When we talk about energy, when we talk about tarot, when we talk about occult in its very pure form, sorry about that. So yeah, when we talk about occult, what we basically talk is anything that is against you. Okay, there's an energy within you that kind of makes you capable, that when the odds come, when the odds are against you, those odds should work in your favor. I hope that makes sense, right? So whenever you feel that the odds are against you, life is against you, like when you have that perception, like, everything in life is against you, it is beating you up, but you still get up and you still stand. And why is that? That is because there is an energy in you that is making you so capable, it's making you so powerful, that even the odds that are against you, that will work in your favor. And that is what the Kali Kapali energy is all about here today. Okay, so in case if this resonated with you, group number 2, then this is going to be your reading. And please just ignore my background noise, there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Alright, so let's see what messages we get. Okay, so we have our first card, which is the Star. Alright, just go ahead and move this a little bit here. We have the Star. I think we have our second card as well. It's over here, it's hidden over here. We have this, let's keep this. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I'd like to pick this. Let's pick up one more. Okay, I think we got your card. It's here. Alright. Bottom of the deck we have the Three of Pentacles. Alright. So let's see what these cards were all about. We have the Moon. Alright. Just gonna keep this here. We have the Emperor. And we have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful energy. Okay. So if you look at this spread that you have got, right, group number 2, I'm still kind of feeling that there is this very sad energy, right? There is this energy of sorrow, there is this energy of being very sad. Okay, this is sad because of your past experiences. This is sad because something has taken place, some kind of an event has taken place in your life which has kind of drastically changed you, correct? It has kind of changed your perceptions, kind of changed you as a human being, and that kind of gets uncomfortable because this is not really a comfort zone, right? Like, some you are kind of like, you know who you are as a person, but how people perceive you, how the world perceives you, this is kind of very different for you. Okay, so the current, what I'm kind of really picking up is that right now, see, again, we have Kali Kapali, that's 8, and then we have the star, which is 17, which is again 8. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you right now is that you kind of are moving into an energy. Okay, there is this power, there is this energy within you which is kind of preparing you. It's not preparing you for the worst. Okay, nothing can prepare you for the worst. It's all in the damn head. So you have to get out of this thought process that you're preparing yourself for the worst. No, it's a very psychological term. It has got nothing to do with spirituality, right? When you take the spiritual approach, what happens is it makes you stronger. It teaches you. That is why you have gifts. That is why we have the five senses. And when you can go beyond the five senses, it makes you a psychic, which means now you have extrasensory abilities, which kind of helps you tune into the universe's mysteries. Okay, and I don't think a lot of people have this because not everybody is going to be like you, right? Like, not everyone is going to be like, yeah, what is in the universe, this, that, because people need to make money, and people also misuse certain powers. I mean, that's what they think they do, but in reality you cannot really misuse something that is not yours technically. Okay, yeah. So I kind of feel like this is a very independent energy. You're kind of moving into a space of independence. You're kind of moving into a space of healing, okay, of a new, I'm not going to say new life yet, but that is coming for you, okay? This is something that you really need to pay attention to. You may be kind of someone who possibly can be very close to a father figure in their life. Like, you could kind of be close to your father, or your father is somebody who has kind of made very life changing decisions for you, or something like that, correct? The energy over here is kind of, there is an attachment towards a parent, okay, and that you have kind of felt betrayal, or there is something that has happened over here. Okay, something that is not good, something that feels very bad, something that feels very different. Okay, it is that kind of an energy that I'm kind of getting over here. Okay, but this is what I'm going to tell you. Whatever that negative experience was, that negative experience is going to go ahead and transform into a very positive one. All right. So I'm also kind of picking up on this that very soon you may kind of start experiencing that you're moving into a very new power and a very new energy. There is definitely something very good that's coming into your life. Okay, but for now it may kind of feel difficult because this is a very transformative stage for you. This is a very transformative energy for you. Okay, so keep doing the work, keep whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because I think you're doing something very good for yourself. It's a very independent energy, but I think you're doing everything for yourself at this moment. So whatever you're doing for yourself, I think that is going to bring you a lot of abundance. It's going to fill your life with a lot of amazing things that you have not even seen yet. Okay, you possibly can also be somebody who connects with the moon energy very, very strongly. So in case if you are aware of the moon rituals or anything like that, then I think you should go ahead and do it. Now again, listening to your intuition can be a major guidance over here for you. But again, I kind of feel like because this group is so emotional in nature, you can possibly just listen to your heart for now and see where it is guiding you. Okay, just listen to your heart and see what it says and make that kind of a decision, because at some point it is going to take you to a very beautiful place. So if you look at this bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles, right? The Three of Pentacles basically talks about the Holy Trinity. For you over here, not very specifically, but the energy over here basically talks about a past, okay, and now which is moving into, it's like, becoming a warrior, getting into some kind of a war zone and winning that battle, something like that, if that makes sense. Okay, that's for my group number two. Let's go ahead and pick up more cards and see what are the messages we have for you. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups, disappointment. Okay, I'm just going to pick up these two cards. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, I think I've got your card, it's somewhere over here. Yeah, it's somewhere over here. We have, just gonna bring this a little bit on this side because I don't want the reflection to show up on the cards very strongly. Okay. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Let's pick up one more card. Okay, I think you got it. Here it is. We have the Three of Swords. Alright. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords, which basically talks about conflict. Okay, group number two. Okay, so if you look at the messages of the card, it talks about disappointment, creativity, self-worth, free spirit, and heartbreak. Okay, the energy that you are in, as you were already talking, right? There is definitely a very sad energy over here. But again, I kind of somewhere feel that you are going to very quickly move out from this energy, and it's kind of going to give you a lot. Like right now, even I, like, as I'm, the energy that I'm picking up over here for this group, it's kind of like the visions are like blocked, kind of, right? Or there is a lot of conflict because you don't know what path to choose, you don't know where to go and how to go about it, right? Because when you're in this energy of pain, when you're in this energy of feeling very, something that is really taking you, down, something that you feel like somebody has beaten you, something has beaten you up to a very greater extent, or things like that, right? It kind of feels, it is very difficult to kind of see what is coming for you ahead, what is there for you ahead, okay? And that is why sometimes we really need the help of someone, so that they can clear that energy out and they can take us to the next step where we deserve to be. Okay, so this is something that I'm kind of picking up, but one thing that I can tell you is that you guys are very free spirited. You guys are somebody who can make life on your own. You don't need anyone's help, okay? Whatever it is that has happened, I would kind of say that in case if you are in pain right now, grasp it, keep it within yourself, but with time, kind of go ahead and try to transform that. I know that this is something that humans cannot do, but I think your devotion, your love, and the goddess herself will go ahead and bring that kind of a transformation. Okay, so I think within no time you are going to express a lot of your self, and you're kind of going to get to know who you truly are as a person. Okay, what is your true personality and things like that. All right. So this is for the group number two. For my group number two, uh, you have like really very good leadership qualities. You have a lot of strength in you. You will have a lot of options in the coming time, okay? So you will try to kind of make a lot of emotional decisions, but whenever that time comes, I kind of feel like you will have a lot of options, and whatever option that you choose, it will definitely work in your favor. Okay, so don't worry about what is happening right now. I would tell you, just go ahead, trust the process, and listen to what your heart says. Okay, great. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this deck right now, and we're going to see what messages we have for you. Group number two here. So, all right. So we have two cards here. We have the second house, resources and values. Then we have communication and interaction. Okay. Let's see what else. I think I got your card. We have the communicative. All right. Isn't that interesting that you've got communication already two times? I think this is your card. I think we got it. The Alchemist. Okay. And bottom of the deck we have the Dreamer. Hope you can see. Okay. So for my group number two, as I was already telling you, right? You guys are very different, okay? It's like you are kind of stepping more into your own power. You are kind of stepping into your own energy. There is definitely something that is coming into your life, okay? I'm not going to like say it's like a new beginning, but I can see it's more like a rejuvenation, right? Like healing, something that is transforming is the word for you. Okay, so this is the kind of energy that I'm kind of picking up for this group. There is a possibility that you guys see, whenever you operate from the heart space, right, it kind of heals a lot within you. Okay, so when we talk about the alchemist basically talks about, a person, somebody who is very magical, who believes in magic, who believes in the dream world, right? Like you may not have like visions, because we had the Pisces, we had the dreamer at the bottom of the deck. So whatever dreams it is that you have, okay, that's definitely going to come true. But again, I kind of feel like marriage, a relationship, having a stable marriage, having a stable relationship can definitely be in your far off future, but this is something that you will definitely get to be in when time comes. Okay, when it's divine timing, you will definitely come to that space or that level. Okay, but for right now, I kind of feel like you're going to focus a lot on your resources. There is definitely going to be a lot of mental turmoil. There you're going to go into the space of overthinking a lot. So this is a very good time for you to meditate. It's a very good time for you to kind of listen to your own inner voice, into listening to your heart and see where it is guiding you. Okay, there are a lot of things that you're going to learn because this is a very, very transformative energy. Okay, I kind of feel like you are going to possibly shut down, or you would have already shut down from the world of the people around you. Don't worry about that. Anything that you do in silence is also communicative. Okay, silence just does not mean that you're being quiet. No, like if you have read about Shiva, right? Shiva sits in silence. He doesn't really bother about what's going on in the world, correct? But silence is also a way of communication. Okay, so this is something that I think I'm already picking up for you. So group number two, this was your reading. I hope you did like and enjoy. Please go ahead, like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Group number three, hello and welcome to your reading. So if you chose the Bhavatarini card, the number 44, then this is going to be your reading. Okay, so this card in very specifically basically talks about manifestation. It also talks about somebody who is, when you're very stubborn in nature, when somebody is very stubborn in nature, right? And who avoids doing inner work, who avoids doing, any kind of healing when there is a healing required, but when you refuse to do any kind of spiritual work, correct? That is when we have the Bhavatarini that's come up. She kind of somewhere I feel like resonates with the Dhumavati card as well. Not sure why I'm picking up on that, but that is one energy, right? Like someone who's kind of very much into illusion, someone who's very drawn towards the illusions of life. Okay, that is a very heavy energy. So this the energy that I'm kind of getting from this card right now is basically about manifestation. It's basically about a requirement. There is a requirement of something. Okay, there is something that you need to do. There is something that needs to be taken care of. There is some kind of an energy that requires very deep cleansing. Okay, so this card, right? The energy that I'm kind of picking up from this card, it's kind of like, the goddess herself. It's, how do I put it? It's like, like let's say, for example, if you have kind of been into a very vicious pattern or a cycle, okay, which is never ending, and that cycle keeps repeating again and again, correct? Now, there could be various reasons for certain things like this to happen. It could also kind of be like, let's say that if you have done well in college, if you've done well in work, and like if you got married and if you have kids, right? That is a very societal driven stigma, correct? That's very strategic. So this is a pattern that never ends, and when you get into this pattern, it kind of also takes you to a very different life, right? It kind of lowers your spiritual vibrations, it kind of lowers your energy systems. Okay, so over here the kind of message is that you need to, or there is a need to move away from this energy and to do a lot of spiritual work, to kind of do a lot of inner work, okay, to take the path of spirituality as well. Because whatever it is that you are planning, whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life, without this help of spirituality, without you being spiritual, I don't kind of see that happening. Okay, so for right now, it is to kind of give yourself a different perspective towards life and towards what you want to do, and to move away from this energy. Okay, so that is where your focus needs to be right now. Right, and let's see what else. So this is one thing, and this card is also kind of talking about a lot of spiritual teachings, okay, that can have a positive influence in your life. So there is a requirement or a need of some kind of a positivity, right? There is also a need of karmic release. Okay, so right now I kind of also feel like there is an integration that needs that something needs to integrate, okay, in the divine energy, in the divine realm. So whatever it is that you are into right now, the message over here is kind of to move away from this energy and to kind of move into something else, okay, to kind of make your surroundings very positive, to make yourself very positive, okay. So you need to kind of take a path which will ooze out that energy within you, okay. So if this is something that you resonated with, pile number 3, then this is going to be your reading. And let's go ahead and pick up some tarot decks for you and see what messages we have. That's too many cards. I'm gonna just take them. 3, 3. We have the Strength. We have the Hermit. We have the Magician. We're talking about manifestations. That's it. There we have it. Let's pick up one more card. We have the Queen of Wands. Kind of feel like picking up one more. Let's see. We have the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Alright. Group number 3. Yeah. You are somebody who kind of has a lot of strength in you. You are very intelligent in nature. You are somebody whose physical body, right? You have a lot of physical strength in you, okay? Over here, basically, what I'm really picking up over here is to kind of, there is a need of self introspection. There is a need to kind of go within yourself and to see, right? To explore your own self, okay? I kind of feel like for this group very specifically, there is energy which is basically not explored enough. Okay, so let's say your vibrationals or your shifts in life, they're kind of not going to feel very transformative. They're not going to feel that there is a change, right? It's going to be very slow. It's kind of going to be like, just like normally, like how you would see people living and doing their day-to-day kind of a thing. I kind of feel like this is some kind of that kind of an energy. Okay, so there is a requirement, there is a very important need to release any kind of karmic imbalances that you have in your life right now. Okay, so for that, you need to allow certain things to happen. Okay, there is a need for exploration, there is a need for you to deep dive into your spiritual life. At least you kind of need to a little bit just explore it, and don't make any assumptions about it, right? Just kind of explore it and see where it goes and how it takes you in life, okay? So something related to that, right? um I'm also kind of picking up on this that you may kind of be like an animal lover. You are somebody who kind of can be very connected to the animal realm, right? Like cats or dogs, and or even if you own a dog, or if you have owned a dog or a pet in the past, I think that's a very beautiful thing, because I kind of pick up on this energy, like, the pet energy over here is kind of very significant. So if that resonates with you, then please take it. And I also kind of feel like, people who have joined this group, you kind of can be like a very soft spoken person, right? Your voice can have some kind of a magical essence in it, okay? So anybody who listens to you, anybody who likes to talk to you, they may kind of feel like you've got a beautiful voice, or that this person has definitely some gift in them, okay, with related to your voice, right? But I think this is a very nice energy. It's a very vibrant energy when it comes more into materialistic or a very societal standards. However, you need to bring yourself, or you need to explore something else that will deep dive into this energy, okay? You need to put your energy to good use. So by doing that, you kind of can explore and see what else it is that you have in you, what other abilities, what can you achieve more in life, right? That is the message over here, okay? So let's go ahead and pick up more cards and see what messages we have for you. We have the King of Wands. Now we have the Queen of Wands here, and then the King of Swords came out. Leader. Okay. Kind of picking up on this. We have the Ten of Wands. Burdens of responsibility. Yep. Let's go. That's too many cards. I'm going to pick that up. We have the Chariot. Success. So we have two cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Let's just pick up one more card. I'm kind of feeling like to pick up this one. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, let me just keep it here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands, which is about conflicts. Alright. This energy that I'm kind of picking up over here is a very, see, there is a need of balance over here, okay? There is definitely a need of balance over here. So if you look at the resonance of this spread, you have the King of Wands, and then you kind of have the Queen of Wands here. You have the King of Wands here, okay? So if you're in a partnership, if you're in any kind of marriage or anything of that sort, right? I think for you, for this group very specifically, things may kind of seem to be very nice for you, right? Like from your perspective, life is very beautiful, life is very good, but there is no change, there is no transformation, there is nothing, because I kind of feel like you don't really require anything to do because there is a level of comfortness over here, correct? That's what I kind of feel, okay? So this pattern that you're into, it is also kind of bringing in, like, you have things to do, right? Like there is a cycle that you keep repeating again and again for some reason, right? And then it's like you want to get out of it also, but you don't want to get out of it also, because there is a sense of comfort over here that's definitely there. Okay, so if we have the King of Pentacles, which is manifestation, and then we have unifying, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So for you to manifest anything, for you to become one with anything else, correct, you need to bring in some another element into you which is unknown, right? Which you have not explored. That is the only time when it can add to your manifestations. I also kind of feel like picking up another deck, but I'll pick it up later on. So I kind of also feel for this group, you may kind of, in case if you have a relationship question, anything related to a breakup, or if you're going through a divorce, or there's a no contact situation that you are into currently, right? And if you want to know whether if this relationship is going to work out, or if this is something that you think is going to come back to you, then we will get to that a little later in the reading. So we'll stick to what we can see right now. For you over here, the message is to kind of, there is a very strong energy, or there is an energy, okay, of a woman being involved over here. This can be your mother, this can be your sister, or your friend, or someone like that, right, who may kind of have a very great influence. Now this kind of can feel very positive. I'm not really picking up on a negative energy over here, but this can be definitely a family member or somebody who you consider a family, but who has a very positive impact on you. Because of this positive impact that it is having on you, I kind of feel like there is a very mystical kind of an energy which is kind of picking, like opening doors for you, right? It's kind of, you kind of feel like, okay, like this person or this thing, whatever it is, it's showing you a way, it's showing you a very different life. Okay, but somewhere I kind of feel like you feel stuck, or you're like, you don't really know whether you want to move with that energy or not, or you don't know how to move into that energy. Okay, so there can certainly be a lot of overthinking about this, because you may kind of feel like the karmic resonance that you already have in your present situation, that is not really leaving you behind. Okay, so this is something that I'm kind of picking up, a very mystical energy of some other person, of a very mystical energy of somebody that you know. Okay, Nine of Pentacles is basically prosperity, which means that, yeah, it is all looking good for you right now, because I kind of feel like you're very happy with this third person, or whoever this entry that has taken place in your life. I kind of feel like this is a very um, it's a very important thing to you, right? It's very, very important for you to have this person. It's very important for you to keep this person close to you. I don't know how many of you over here will resonate with it, but takes as it resonates, okay? So that is a kind of energy, right? Because usually the queen energy, the queen of wands basically talks about a very mystical kind of an energy. But for some reason, I'm getting an energy from this card, which is the queen of pentacles. Someone who's in her own power, right? Somebody who has learned how to manifest things in her life. Somebody who's already creating that abundant life for herself. Okay. And maybe in a search of a partner or something like that. But then it's like you don't know how to fit yourself in. So no matter how much you're going to try, in case if you do not release certain things in your life, you're not going to get to that point. Okay, so my recommendation would be, or the message of this reading is kind of just move out. Okay, try and take the spiritual path and try to move out from a space of whatever you are into right now and try to move on to the new energy. Okay, I think because somewhere you will kind of feel comfortable, you will kind of feel happy in your new energy comparatively to what you are in your present moment. Okay, in case if you are somebody who is in this any kind of a marriage, if you are into any kind of a third party kind of a thing, then I would highly recommend that you really really got to work it out, and you really got to at some point take the spiritual path. Because see, there are decisions that you can make and it can still go wrong. There are decisions that you cannot make and still go right. But I don't think that at this moment you have that judgment in you. So I would kind of really recommend that you take the spiritual path and leave it to the divine, right? And let things happen on its own. Okay. So, in case if you are in some kind of a third party kind of a relationship or something like that, right? Like if there is some other person involved, third party doesn't really need to be a lover, it can be like anything, okay? So, we're going to pick up this deck over here. This basically is the divine masculine or the feminine messages deck. So let's go ahead and see what messages that we have. Now this will not be for everyone, but if it resonates with you, then please take it as it is. I feel you even though we are apart. Okay. I can't stop thinking about you. Let's just pick up one more. We both know I am not the one for you. One last one. I am so attracted to you. Alright. So if this is something that you were looking for, group number 3, if this is a message that you wanted to give someone or if you wanted to hear, then this is definitely the messages that I think we have for you. I kind of feel like there could possibly be a very telepathic connection between you and this person, whoever it is. There is a very high possibility that, I don't know, right? It's like a very different feeling. It's a very different aroma, right? It's a very different kind of an energy. It's an energy that is not something that people would usually be very aware of. Okay, this is something that you should take note of. So in case if you were looking for any kind of messages from your person, then this would be your messages. Please take it as it resonates. So we're going to now go ahead and pick up this deck and see what is going to be the messages for group number 3. Let me just go and pick up the card. Right. 3. We have drive and power. We have the beautiful minded. We have chance and opportunity. Let's pick up one more. We have the extrovert. Bottom of the deck, we have transformation and mystery. Okay. So this is very interesting. When I was even shuffling the cards, right, I kind of could feel like I was picking up on this energy again and again, which basically was telling me that this is not possibly your energy, but this is definitely somebody else's energy, okay? This is an energy of some other person, possibly, okay? Somebody that, or maybe it's like, that whatever energy that you are into, you may kind of be moving into this new energy, right? But this is a very new energy, okay? This is like, you may not currently be in this kind of an energy, but you may be kind of moving, okay? You may be moving into this kind of a space, right? Being very beautiful minded, looking things that are very equal, and looking at people, looking at situations or circumstances, changing how you look at things, learning new stuff, and things like that, okay? Maybe going around a lot, maybe going out a lot, and just expanding your horizons, being happy again, being in this very nice energy which is bringing you a lot of abundance, it's kind of bringing you a lot of other things in life, right? So this is something that I kind of feel, okay? And yeah, I think I kind of also feel like there is something to do with the mind over here. So, whatever it is that you have recently in all these years, in case if you have felt like your mind is not a very nice place to be in, I think it's kind of transforming, or it will change in the coming time. You will kind of know what really the mind is made of, what it can do, what power it holds, and what it is capable of. Okay, so this is something that I definitely see. I kind of overall the energy over here seems to be like it's like a good energy because it's a moving energy. Finally, if this has to be the outcome, then I think it's going to be a very nice energy. I'm also kind of picking up on this that this possibly can be something related to a love life. This can be related to a love kind of a question. But this is somebody that you will meet, right? Like somebody very new, somebody very take as it resonates. This may not be for anyone, like for everyone, I mean. So in case if you're single and if you want to know, right, then I think this is going to be for you. So I kind of feel like you may have like recently met someone and you may have got very intrigued by this person's personality, right? How this person is so attuned to the mysteries of life, how this person is so different, how this person can think a certain way. So that could have kind of triggered some things in you which could have made you walk that path. Okay. However, you may have your own personal life and that person may have their own personal life. Okay, but so for sometimes when two things or when two people have to come in together, there has to be a vibrational match. For now I don't kind of see that vibrational shifts happening, right? Because that person may be in a very different energy, you are in a very different energy. So somewhere you need to level up. So for that you will have to take the spiritual path. There is no other way. Because in case if what I'm saying, if it resonates with you, and if this is a person that we're talking about, then this person is in a very very different energy. I don't really think a lot of people can go into that energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up this deck and see what actually. Okay, so we have baggage, that's the message. What is this? Individuality. Okay, we have sacrifice. Yeah, we have boundaries. We have passion. And we have adventure, toxicity, abundance. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is an energy that you guys really need to leave behind, okay? Because this is somewhere you kind of feel that you're very stuck into. This is an energy that you see, it doesn't matter how much positivity you take out of it. It is what it is. Okay? There is a time, there is a very small window that you can make changes to. Like there is a saying, right? 10% of your out of your entire life, it's only 10% of what you do and 90% of what happens to you. So maybe this is the 10% of your life that is happening to you right now. Okay, so how you take it, how what perspective you give to it, what you it's all gonna be in your hands, okay? It's all gonna be in your hands. So I would kind of really recommend that you, like, for this group, that please kind of get into the spiritual path, get into the spiritual journey, so you can meet your you can raise your vibrational levels, your energy levels, and you can see what is really kept for you in life and how you can live it to the fullest. Okay, another message I'm kind of picking up over here for this group is trust. Trust can definitely be something that you may struggle with, but for now I think that's an ability within you. It's not going to do anything with anyone else, it's all within you. So how you trust in the universe, how you trust yourself, that is what is going to manifest in your life. Okay, so I think this is all that I could pick up. So for my group number 3, this was your reading. If you did resonate, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video.